The movie opens with an incredibly impressive introduction sequence. Strick appears amidst the pristine landscape of the Australian coastline, a place where beauty walks hand in hand with death. He doesn't look like a lost soul, but like a conqueror. With his signature bucket hat and rugged beard, he exudes the classic masculinity of the 80 seconds. His opening dialogue about dodging crocodiles is not just information, it is a challenge. He is establishing a blood pact with the audience. I will survive in a place where you wouldn't even dare to dip a toe. The white sand stretches out like an inviting carpet, but the dense bushes behind act like lurking eyes. This is how the film builds underlying tension right from the very first seconds. Here, the film shifts to a delightfully academic tone. Strick introduces his co-star, the spear and the woomera thrower. Look at the way he holds it. His eyes light up with pride. He explains the leverage principle, how Aboriginal tribes have used it for thousands of years. This isn't merely a weapon. This is a connection to ancestors. The audience is completely convinced at this point. We believe Strick is an expert, a weapon master. He promises a throw with devastating damage potential. The character's confidence is pushed to a climax, creating momentum for the upcoming fall. This is the classic build-up to breakdown art of the action comedy genre. He continues to move along the coast in a combat-ready stance. Every gesture exudes professionalism. He observes the water surface, analyzes the tides. The audience starts to get nervous. We wait for a sea monster to appear and a bloody battle to ensue. But no, his biggest enemy right now isn't the crocodile, but the overly high expectations of himself and the audience. Here it is! The moment of the movie. A giant blue salmon glides into the frame. It's big, it's beautiful, and most importantly, it swims very slowly. It's like a gift the screenwriter gave the protagonist after minutes of lengthy introductions. Observe Strick's body language. He crouches, holding his breath. Time seems to freeze. Every element is perfect. Good lighting, clear target, weapon locked and loaded. In the audience's mind, a scenario is painted. The spear flies, piercing through the water, hitting the mark, and he raises the trophy like King Arthur pulling the sword Excalibur. And thwack! The spear plants itself into the sand, not hitting the fish, planting into the sand. The salmon probably paused for a second, looked at the spear, looked at Strick, shook its head in disappointment, and swam away. That throw wasn't just a miss, it was a pathetic miss. Strick's expression afterward is the golden highlight of this scene. The shock, the confusion, and the forced smile to hide the pain. He utters weak excuses about being too excited, but the audience knows the truth. He choked at the decisive moment. The survival hero image collapses, replaced by a funny guy trying not to cry in front of the camera. A priceless, unscripted sitcom moment. To redeem his honor, the movie takes us to a new situation. Strick discovers a shovel-nosed ray hunting prey. This time, he decides to ditch technology, the spear, to return to primal instinct, catching by hand. This scene shows Strick isn't entirely useless. He has the reflexes of a wild cat. His pounce is fast and precise. He grabs the ray. The audience sighs in relief. At least he won't starve tonight. But this is where the movie shines in terms of humanity. Strick lifts the fish up, and we see an adorable supporting character, a tiny crab. Turns out the ray was about to eat the crab when Strick caught it. Strick stands at a crossroads. Eat or release? He's hungry. He just failed. He needs protein. But he looks at the fish, assesses the size, and decides it's too small. He lets it go. This action transforms Strick from a hunter into a protector. He adheres to sustainable survival rules. He saves the crab from death and gives the ray a chance to grow. A happy ending for the animals, but a sad ending for Strick's stomach. After doing a good deed but remaining empty-stomached, Strick decides to change the setting. He leaves the sunny beach to enter the mangroves. This spatial transition carries a metaphorical meaning. He is moving from the safe zone, light, to the danger zone, darkness. He constantly mentions crocodiles. The word crocodile is repeated like a haunting mantra. He points to tracks on the sand. rotting logs, planting the fear of an invisible monster in the audience's mind. This is psychological horror filmmaking technique. What you can't see is the scariest thing. The movie suddenly changes rhythm. Strick stops talking about hunting. His voice drops. The screen displays yellowed black and white photos. We are transported back to 1848. Why include this in a survival video? This is the director's artistic intent. The story of the Edmund Kennedy expedition isn't just to fill time. It acts as a mirror reflecting the harshness of this land. 13 men, 100 sheep, horses and carts. A thorough preparation of Western civilization when facing the wild nature. And the result? Disaster. Strick narrates their suffering journey. Exhausted human beings dragging themselves through the very mangrove roots Strick is stepping over. This comparison highlights Strick's position. He is much luckier than them, but equally fragile. If a mighty expedition was wiped out, what chance does a guy in shorts with a wooden spear have? The image of the mangrove forest now isn't just a place to find food. It becomes a historical graveyard. Every step Strick takes feels like stepping on bloody pages of history. Amidst that tragedy emerges the character Jackie, the loyal Aboriginal man. Strick speaks of him with absolute reverence. Jackie represents harmony with nature, the superior survival skills that Strick yearns to reach but hasn't yet achieved. The historical story ends, leaving a contemplative silence, making Strick's journey deeper and more meaningful than a mere backpacking trip. Back to reality. The pressure from hunger and the historical story urges Strick on. He realizes walking on the shore is ineffective. He decides to wade into the water. This is a suicidal decision considering what he just warned about crocodiles. But this is also the brave act of a desperate man. Strick moves stealthily, eyes darting constantly. He tries to mimic the gait of a heron or stork. His clumsiness while wading through muddy water creates moments that are both tense and humorous. He looks like a ballet dancer performing on a minefield. Fish appear, mangrove jacks. They are fast, wise, and seemingly teasing Strick. Strick throws the spear. Miss! He picks up the spear, moves on, sees fish again, throws again, misses again. This is a montage sequence of failure. The audience starts to feel pity for him. The spear seems to have a will of its own. It always finds a way to avoid the fish at the last second. Or perhaps the fish here have been trained in dodge skills since the time of Edmund Kennedy.